Are we live? I can't even tell. There we go. Good evening to all of my fellow troglodytes, Neanderthals, hairy knuckle dragon apes, everybody in the Red Pill Manosphere, and to all the Good Faithful family. Welcome to the Good Faith Podcast, where we maneuver around toxic debauchery, attempting to find harmony with our fellow man and dissect society's caustic degeneracy. If it's a pre-apocalyptic dystopia that you see, then look no further, because here it is. I'm your host, Ninjah Rick. We understand you could have been a million other places, and that time is the most precious commodity any of us have. So from the bottom of our heart, we'd like to share our gratitude with all of you. Viewer and listener discretion is advised. Due to the sensitive nature of some of our topics, we hope you will shield youngins from some of the vulgarity that may be spewed here. It must be noted that the views expressed by the panel are not necessarily the views of the Good Faith Podcast. We're not a fiduciary. We assume no culpability of investment performance as a result of following our financial advice. Our simple aim is to entertain and inform.
There he is! It's you! Take your hat off!
Anybody living in the greater Philadelphia area interested in making an appearance on our show can reach me in a DM on Facebook or Instagram at Christopher Bulick. See our Patreon link in the description if you'd like to make a campaign contribution to facilitate our meteoric rise. Times are tough. Any proceeds we receive will be going towards avoiding eviction, keeping the lights on, medicating my cat Clark with all of his health concerns, and feeding our gracious guests. Once again, if you feel you've been given value by us, it takes a little extra effort to like, subscribe, turn on that notification bell. Speaking of notifications, this is your notification that the Good Faith Podcast is now available not only on YouTube, but Twitch, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Patreon, Amazon Music, Samsung Podcasts, Listen Notes, iHeartRadio, Pandora, and RSS.com. We'll keep pushing out these episodes so long as our following stays growing. And the path to notoriety will be for our listeners to spread the good word of the pod. If you have somebody in mind who would agree with our content, if they might be informed, if they want to ridicule us, send a link to your friends and family. All publicity is good publicity. Our objective is to have a balance between the red and the blue side of the aisle. So if you have somebody in mind who enjoys listening to pods, please spread our channel. Our fragrance of the week is Cupid Hypnosis. It's kind of got like a little bit of like a vanilla scent to it. Would you like to try it?
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. It's like it's pheromone infused. Top notes of citrus, bergamot, and a touch of orange zest. Heart notes of a soft, powdery sweetness with jasmine, violet, and lavender. Base notes of a warm, woody, and musky amber and sandalwood. The fragrance is described as sensual, captivating, and sophisticated with a subtle, animalistic touch that adds to its masculinity. It's often compared to other popular clones like Versace Eros and Dior Sauvage, though it's generally considered less intense. And like I said, it's infused with pheromones, so is it getting in your lungs?
No.
Shirt of the week, Tracy McGrady, Orlando Magic, because our guest of the week is from Orlando. I just discovered that he's not a Magic fan, but no big deal. Slacks of the week, I'm wearing some Adidas track pants. Hat of the week, Orlando Magic. Guys, you know my saying. I say look good, smell good, play good. The director of the week is still, because I just did an episode on Friday. We were talking about Christopher Nolan, but I'm like, as we move into next week, It is the director of next week is Martin Scorsese, and I'm gonna start basically just binging movies by one director every week. I watched Wolf of Wall Street. I think it was yesterday. Um, so movies of the week: Interstellar, The Dark Knight trilogy, and The Wolf of Wall Street. Movie villains of the week: The Joker, Bane, Jordan Belfort, and we could talk a little bit about whether we like him. What are our impressions about Christopher Nolan and Martin Scorsese? And the book of the week that I'm reading is Can't Hurt Me by David Goggins, and he's like super inspirational, super motivational speaker and author, and his book is really good. I keep like reading it to go to sleep, which is probably not a good practice because like I always just fall asleep, obviously, and then like I forget everything I listen to, so I have to like fucking rewind it and shit like that. But what can you do? So at this point, we're going to introduce our guests. Let me bring them on here. And can I know your guys' name, age, occupation, and highest level of education completed? And Gonzalo, I'll start with you.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
All right, so my name is Gonzalo Montoya. I am a graduate in aerospace engineering from the University of Central Florida. I am 25 and I'm actually doing my master's there right now and I'm halfway through it.
Wow, good for you.
So, also master's in aero engineering.
That's
And I
what's
worked a little bit in the space industry, defense in the past couple of years.
that's crazy. I didn't know that about you. And wait, what college do you go to?
UCF,
Oh shit. Okay. The Bulls or no, the Black Knights, right?
just Knights.
The Knights. Okay.
Yeah, Black Knights would be a cool name though.
Yeah, yeah. They are black though, so that's why I thought that.
Black and gold.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And so what is like? Would you? I know it's like extremely difficult to like be an actual astronaut and go out into space, but like, would you if you got the opportunity?
I get this question so many times. Honestly, no.
Why not?
Would I want to go to space? Because it's like the more you work in engineering, the more you realize how scary it is to actually be
Yeah,
in those machines. Like I've been up close to like one of the some of the capsules where they actually put astronauts in, and they're so tiny. Like you gotta have no level of claustrophobia if you want to be riding in one of those. It's
mm-hmm.
very tiny, very cramped. Who knows how hot it gets? And I mean, with the technology from the past few years, especially with SpaceX, Blue Origin, ULA, I think they've gotten it really well to in the terms of development where the safety and reliability is pretty decent. Back in the 60s when they were working on the Apollo program, they had how many astronauts died in just test failures or
Yeah,
launch failures. You have, Apollo 13 was so famous they made a whole movie about it. But you had other ones that didn't get made into movies where people burned in capsules that they lit on fire and burned right there on the launch pad. And it's, you know, that's the stuff where it's like, let them do that. I'll just watch. All
yeah.
right. I'll
And
work on them. I'll make the rockets. I don't want to really be
I
inside of
yeah,
them.
I mean I feel the same. I don't like even getting in an airplane is like too much for me. I like keeping my feet on the ground where I know nothing bad's gonna happen. But yeah, like I would if I was smart enough to work on rocket ships, then I would also just be fine with being ground control in Houston and just waving goodbye to the fucking astronauts as they flew off into space.
Yeah, I mean, like even on an airplane, like the odds of you dying in an airplane crash are pretty low,
Hmm.
despite all the several recent plane crashes we've been hearing about in the news. But all it takes is, say, like the one wrong bolt you forgot to tighten, right? And it's always possible. It's always an operator error kind of thing where it's not necessarily the part will just break. I think quality control in that industry is where it should be. Um, but imagine just like you have just the wrong guy working on the wrong part and then disaster happens. And like remember that plane crash, the one out of Wichita that was landing in DC and then the helicopter crashed into it?
Yeah.
It's like just mistakes. They happen, right?
All right,
I love it.
I'm definitely gonna come back to you and grill you a whole bunch about aerospace engineering. Rick, would you introduce yourself to the audience?
All right, what do I have to?
Uh, your name, age, occupation, or whatever your
Okay,
previous.
I'm 65.
Mhm.
I'm a retired facilities manager. I used to work over at one of the pharmaceutical companies. And what else?
And was and highest level of education completed.
I did some community college, but that was it.
All right. Yeah, I mean, I think I'm pretty firmly against education. However, if you're doing what you're doing, Gonzalo, and being like a fucking rocket scientist and shit like that, I obviously think people in your field need to be like highly specialized and highly like trained to do that kind of shit. I'm not that kind of person. I don't have the temperament to to fuck with the numbers and shit like that.
Well, this world needs people that are educated, and they also need tradespeople. So
Yep. Yeah.
everybody fills a need.
And would you guys tell me your? Oh, how about if anybody feels like they want to promote their social media, I say your social media handle right now, and I can put it in the show notes at the end of the episode.
So my IG at right now?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's just my first name, Gonzalo dot A dot Montoya, my last name.
Gonzalo.a.montoya. Okay. And how long have you been in Men of Action for?
Since August of last year.
Hmm.
So I joined actually because Michael, I followed Michael on Instagram and then got a DM back,
Hmm.
telling me about his program, and I thought, okay, I might actually be interested because I already had respect for Michael. I've been watching all his content before then, which I found out about him through Justin Waller's podcast, who I've been, listening to a long time. I actually got to meet him last year. Really,
Really?
really cool guy. Still haven't met Michael yet though, but
Huh.
we'll meet eventually. He's a busy man.
Yeah.
But
Um,
yeah.
and that probably like gives you and Michael a little bit of something to bond over is like the aerospace shit. Like I know he's much smarter than I am and much more meticulous with like fucking astrophysics and all that shit. So I bet you it's probably pretty rare that he meets people in Men of Action who he can like connect over stuff like that with. You're probably a unicorn for him.
Yeah, I mean, that was my first impression of him is on that podcast seeing, okay, he's a retired Air Force navigator. I think it was for carriers. I don't remember what type of aircraft he was on,
I
but
think it's AC-135s or something like that. Like,
yeah, and I initially thought like, oh, he knows what he's talking about, right? Like aircraft, the different kind of flight patterns, all the nuances involved in that. But I thought like, okay, this is something because I was originally interested back when I was like in undergrad. I wanted to do ROTC because I wanted to be a fighter pilot, like for F-16s, F-22s, which it's like it's really specific where you get chosen, you either get put into navigator, pilot, or I forget what the other two are. And then there's a bunch of tests involved in that, your GPA, even your major. But I felt like I had like a pretty decent chance of becoming a pilot, giving them aero engineering. I already have enough somewhat knowledge of aircraft, and then I'm decently fit, right? You got to do the 1.5 mile run. You got to do a bunch of like how many push-ups in under a minute, all the other things involved.
It
But
serves.
it was the Yeah, and all that.
Yeah.
It's I was really interested, but it was for me it was those 10-year contracts. I don't know if they were my kind of lifestyle. It was just you gotta be really about it, right? And I ended
Yeah,
up choosing.
I got a like I would totally join the military. The only problem is I have like a cat, and like I don't think like you can't like bring a cat to boot camp, right? Like
No.
yeah, so like I'm not gonna abandon my cat for my country, you know. Like I love my cat more than more than anything in the world, you know. Like so, unfortunately, and probably like I don't know, I might be just good enough to like make it through basic training and shit like that, but like I don't know.
My daughter did. I mean,
Yeah.
both my kids, or all three of my kids.
Hmm.
Yeah, they all turned around and did it. So, and my daughter did fine. She, yeah,
Wait, all three of your kids are
were in the
military?
service. Yeah.
Really? Oh, okay.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, as he was talking about it, my
Did we lose an AirPod?
yeah, we did.
Okay.
As my youngest son was stationed out in Washington, and he was an air traffic controller in
Okay.
the Navy. So that's what he was doing all the time.
That's pretty cool. And what? Wait. So you have a Navy man?
He was in the Navy. Rick was with the Army Engineers.
Mhm.
He served a year in Afghanistan. And Marianne was an operating room tech down at Walter Reed,
Okay.
and now she's going for her what do you call it? Nurse practitioner license.
Okay. In what branch? Army?
Joseph Fowler said,
the
Chris,
two of
we're
them
getting
are
a lot
Army.
of echoes.
Getting a lot of echoes. Motherfucker, this fucking shit. I need an audio engineer who's not a fucking Canadian, because that's what I fucking had this whole studio set up by a Canadian. Never trust a Canadian. That's my fucking public service announcement of the day. People, America first, America last, and never trust a Canadian, alright?
Echo cancellation ones.
That's a good question. So what's our next thing? Can you guys tell me your relationship status and duration of your longest relationship? And whoever wants to go first can go.
I'm letting him be the fullback. He can block. Go ahead, bud.
Me?
Yeah.
So single and happy. And I like it that way, let's be honest. And duration, I don't know, a few weeks. I'm very picky, so it's got a little complicated there.
All right, and Rick.
And I am happy to say that I had 2 marriages, and both lasted 14 years. And presently, I don't want no part of anybody around me. Yeah.
All right, and I am single. My longest relationship was about 3 years, and it ended about 3 years ago. And guys, are we all straight? I think I maybe should just get rid of the orientation. Kind of like a nonsensical thing to ask. Nobody really cares, and that goes for heterosexuals. That goes for homosexuals.
Yeah.
The truth is, no one gives a shit.
No.
So I'm done giving a shit. But I do give a shit about this. Gonzalo, what are your spiritual beliefs?
I am Catholic. I was raised Catholic, and I'm still Catholic.
Okay. And Rick?
I was raised Catholic too, but I'm really not into the organized religion thing. More so spiritual.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So yeah. But on the other hand, the organized religion I've seen do amazing things.
And yeah, I would say I'm kind of like in between the two of you. I do believe that, like, I don't know, Christ is Lord and shit like that. But I'm not necessarily like the kind of person that's gonna, make the pilgrimage to the Vatican. And I think I was baptized, but like I don't I wasn't raised with an abundance of religion in my life, and I don't really have an abundance of organized religion in my life now. Although I am a godfather.
Nice.
I am a godfather. Somebody came to me on the day of the daughter's baptism, and they asked me to be the godfather, and I said, of course, of course. So, all right. So, if you guys could have one superpower, what would it be? I'll start with you, Rick.
A superpower. I guess the ability. No, I don't think I want any superpowers.
You wouldn't want the super soldier serum?
Mm-hmm.
No. What about a shield that could stop anything?
No, I really don't think. I don't know. Yeah, I don't want to be that. Yeah, I wouldn't want to. I wouldn't want to be that. Yeah, that have that power, any sort of power that's better than anybody else.
Okay.
Yeah, I just don't think that would be my thing.
Okay. Gonzalo?
I used to think my answer to this was flying because it would make transportation a lot easier because I hate traffic and it just costs you most of your life. But the actual solution to that is time travel.
Okay.
Just travel back in time and then save time. And then
So,
not only that, I get to see how like I can go back in time and see who actually killed JFK. Right.
so are you like worried at all about the butterfly effect? Like, like making some change and then something worse happens in the past?
Um, it's a superpower, so no, I don't care. If there's a butterfly effect, I'll just go back in time and make myself not do the thing I did.
And strangle baby Hitler.
Oh, potential. Or just get him into art school.
H, yo,
Like, you don't have to kill him, you just gotta get him into art school.
Um, so, what was I gonna ask? Fuck.
Sorry.
No, it was about. Oh, would you do any self-serving things like make a gamble on I don't know, make a gamble on the Bills to lose 4 consecutive Super Bowls and just like put your life savings into that so that way you're like filthy rich?
I'm not really much of a sports bettor, so I feel like no, I wouldn't do that. But it'd be kind of hypocritical if I didn't also say I wouldn't invest early into Tesla because that's
Yeah.
kind of the same thing. But I would probably invest early into Tesla. I'd put money into stocks and options and all that.
Yeah.
Because then it's
Yeah.
more like, oh, I didn't get lucky. I did my market research. Because like, so you can say, right? Oh yeah, I had faith in this company, and I won it fair and square, and I didn't time travel at all because that's not real, and I don't have any superpowers.
Yo, like the crazy thing is like even back in like 1999, like I remember being in like I don't know, fucking like super early grades, like second or third grade, and the librarians were like, "All right, you got to do your research. Here's the list of resources. These are all the search engines that you can use." And like all the kids knew Google was the best search engine, and all the librarians were like, "No, use Yahoo, use Ask Jeeves," and like we were like all of us kids knew better. Just like all we did was just Google all of our shit, and yeah, so like I could have, if I knew what to do, I could have like I don't know, told my dad, "Hey, buy some Google," and it's funny because like what is it like the Medallion Fund by Peter Lynch? They did like an experiment where they had kindergartners pick stocks, and if a kindergartner could explain what it was that a company did, like what kind of value it provided, they would invest in it.
Hi everyone.
Hey Kate. If a kindergartner could explain what a company was and how it could provide value, they would invest in those companies, and their kindergartner fund actually outperformed like most of the like experts on Wall Street. It's pretty funny. So yeah, I'd definitely go back in time, invest in Google, invest in Microsoft, invest in Apple, and now I'd be, a trillionaire probably.
This was a whole study.
Yeah, I probably got a couple of the names wrong, but I heard about it from Peter Lynch. He's like I don't know, like the founder of, I think, Fidelity or something like that. And
I might try to look it up. I wanna read into that.
okay, yeah. Just type in Peter Lynch and like kindergartner experiment or something like that. And yeah, like always, I talk a lot of shit, and I'm probably like spewing fake news half the time, but I do know that like that is the gist of what that is the gist of that survey. And
Well, like I found it on NASDAQ. I'll actually link it in the chat.
okay, yeah, we could. I'll yeah, it's good. It's good that I am like fact checked, and like some of my research can be done, because like I said, I have a tendency, I capture the gist of like like fucking complex studies and stories and shit like that, but I like have this tendency to like not articulate them in the best way. And but if I could have a superpower, mine would be just like Kryptonian cells, so I could be like super strong, super fucking impenetrable. And this was a gift from Rick that he brought over today. It's a Superman figurine that he fucking painted and assembled himself. I'm a big Superman fan. He's my favorite. All right, so guys, I asked this question to everybody, and everybody always fucking disagrees with me. So, would you rather be the first soldier of 100 to battle an alpha male silverback gorilla, or the last man of 100 to put on a ski mask and go raw plow Bonnie Blue in a gangbang?
Yeah.
Whoa.
Good.
I was
Be
gonna
my guest.
say, this guy got lost. Am I right? Because I'm looking at the rest of you guys. This guy doesn't know fucking my right.
Yeah.
This guy.
Does he want to? Yeah. You want to take this one, or you want me to take it?
Gonzalo, what would you do? What would you rather do?
I am taking the fucking gorilla.
Oh, that's what everybody says. Like, so.
That's good. There's hope in society. We don't need to be lowering our standards. What happened to dying with honor? Can we bring that back?
I'd rather live with dishonor. Like, I'd
No,
rather
no.
live.
You don't have you lived with dishonor? You won't
Yeah.
you won't know it until you live like that.
That's-
You'll be like, damn it, I should have taken the fucking gorilla. Now people are pointing and laughing at me.
No, that's what you put the ski mask on, so nobody knows it's you. You're just you're anonymous. You're plowing away.
But you know it's you, and that's what matters the most.
All right, so Rick, back me up here.
Well, I mean, it's like he said. It's either you die or you take sloppy hundreds. And yeah, to me, I just I don't know. That chick's disgusting. That whole thing is disgusting. I just I don't know. I don't know. I don't fear death.
I don't fear
And
some.
people are gonna laugh at me on the way that Monk Baboon treated me too.
Yeah, like that
I'm
girl.
not gonna give him much of a fight.
No, that gorilla. There's even Kimbo Slice in his prime, or like Conor McGregor, or you like pick and choose the even fucking David Goggins or Jocko Willink, like in their prime. Of an alpha silverback gorilla is going to just fucking grab him by the wrist and just split him like a wishbone,
I just hope it's fast. That's my big thing.
With Bonnie Blue, it would be fast. I'd be in and out in like 30 seconds,
I don't even know if I could get a horn on.
All right. Actually, speaking of, wait, what were we gonna say?
Like I got a Bible verse for you. Proverbs
Okay.
6:26. For by means of a harlot a man is reduced to a loaf of bread, and an adulteress will prey upon his precious life. So you're dealing with two different predators.
Ain't
One of
that the
them
truth? Yeah.
preys on your body, one of them preys on your soul.
Ooh,
Yeah.
that's fucking bars right there.
That's good stuff.
So the body is temporary, the soul is forever. I am
Good.
not giving the second one away.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, I like
Yeah.
that. You might have just changed my mind, honestly.
There we go. There we go. There's hope.
Yeah, I don't listen to most people, but I listen to Jesus. Jesus never told a lie, yo. He was fucking base as fuck. But speaking of staying hard,
Oh, okay.
I need to give a shout out to one of our sponsors. So, fellas, it's time we talk about a pressing issue. We all know that as men, it's our duty to perform, whether it's at the trading desk, on the gridiron, the hardwood court, or inside the illustrious bedroom. There's no description that does justice to the confidence boost you'll receive when you blow the back off your lover. So how are you going to do it? With a limp little strand of rope? Would you want to be the safe option? Do you want her to settle down with you after she's had her fun in the big leagues? No, you don't. So why are you going to battle in the bedroom with groggy privates? The only blue pill we endorse at the Good Faith Podcast is It's Mr. Nasty Time Blue Pills. And yes, we're talking about those pills that make you run, Forrest, run! Get the enthusiasm that Jenny has for that gang of Black Panthers and Wall Street stockbrokers, not the tepid tolerance she has for Forrest. Forget about overpriced hymns, Romans, and Blue Chews. It's Mr. Nasty Time is the real deal at an amazing price that won't let you down and can't be beat. And I know what you're probably thinking. What if she cancels on me and I'm all bricked up in the briefs? I've tried these things, and they're a lot more mellow than you'd expect. You can pop one or two over drinks, and it's not going to give away your position, or due to the quick acting effect, go to the bathroom, pop one or two in right before magic time, and be fully equipped to perform. Just like all the expensive name brands, Mr. Nasty delivers his products in discreet packaging, but for a fraction of the outrageous cost that they do. Around here at the GFP, we're about leveling up, and why not level up your sex life and check out It's Mr. Nasty Time to get your mojo back. Scan the QR code on the screen or hit the link in the description and guarantee yourself unrivaled pleasure. When her dual mating strategy has her playing picky-choosy between the bad boy and the little nice guy, you know exactly who to call. It's Mr. Nasty Time. Oh, I thought I had like a... Oops. Oh, whatever. I got too many sound bites.
Mr. Nasty.
So... what are we talking about? If you could embark on any endeavor without the possibility of failure, what would it be for you guys?
MRD's 1117 said, A.
Yo, what up, Nasty? I could start, but I mean, this is what I would do if there was no possibility of failure. I would just, be the best fucking podcaster of all time, or I guess that's not a guarantee, but like I would definitely.
Well, you wouldn't fail.
Yeah, exactly. So if I was just that would be the endeavor I would embark upon, and since I couldn't
Caden
fail.
said, Hey, Good Faith Podcast.
Yo, what's up, Caden?
Yeah. Okay.
Do you know what you would do, Rick?
No, I have no idea what I would do. I don't know. Yeah, I wouldn't want to be president. I wouldn't, I don't know.
That's a good answer.
Yeah,
Just be president.
Yeah, I
I-
don't want any of that crap. I don't know. I don't know what I'd do with that. I don't know. Maybe be the leader of the world. Yeah. Maybe
I would-
domination of the world.
You could become president of Germany and then, expand. Because you
AT.
wouldn't fail.
Yeah, but why
AT.
think low like that and just say Germany? I'm thinking world
No,
domination.
you expand. You go to president of Germany, you're not going to
world
fail.
domination.
You expand
Yeah.
and you join forces with many other countries,
No,
say
no, no,
Austria,
no, only dog. Yeah, no.
and then, you wouldn't fail.
Yeah, and I wouldn't fail. But I might be assassinated, probably.
No, because you're not going to fail. Just include that in the answer is
Yeah,
not be
okay,
killed.
all right. So when I talk to the genie, I make my wish. Just back it up with that. Okay. So wording
Hmm.
that is very important how I deal with. Okay.
You know what I would do? You know what I'd do? This is
What's
an easy
that?
one. I'd be an NBA player. 'Cause
Would you?
it'd be irony.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like I won't fail, right?
Would you play for the Heat if you could play for any team?
Sure. I mean, why else would I play for another team?
Yeah.
It's kind of
Okay.
funny. I'm
It
not
would,
6'9", but you know,
yeah, like I'll
I won't
never
fail, so it doesn't matter.
I'll never play any sport professionally, especially most of all not basketball because I'm fucking 5'7".
That was why I said that is 'cause I'm not basketball height either, but I won't fail, so that's the irony.
Wait, how tall are you?
I'm the same height as you.
Yeah. I've noticed that a lot of the Men of Action program are guys that are like 5'7", 5'8", 5'9", and shit like that, and it's cool, like I don't know, because there's this like fucking there's this movement of like devilish women that are like that are fucking always talking about the devil's number 666. They want a man that makes 6 figures a year, 6 feet tall with a 6-pack and a 6-inch penis, and like fucking these women are a lot of the times.
Yeah, I don't
200
listen to any of
pounds,
that shit.
5'4", fucking yeah, like.
I don't
So,
care like they're 200 pounds. I don't even listen to what they're saying. Who cares?
yeah,
Right? And like even just because they say that, like, oh, I want six this, I want six that. Well, what was your last boyfriend again? All right, so the rule is fake, right?
yeah,
You know who those rules apply to is the people that let those rules apply to them.
yeah, yeah,
Just ignore them and they don't apply to you
yeah.
because
Marianne said,
nobody
nothing
cares
wrong
about
with
them with
being
me.
shorter.
I haven't
The
had
shoe
anybody
size is
complain
bigger
about it.
anyway. Winking face with stuck out tongue.
It's always like
Marianne
the
said,
dudes that
size is
think it's the
just a
most
number.
important thing in the world that complain about it.
Yeah. But that brings us to our point, which have you guys heard of this, like the T app or something like that? I think it's called.
Yeah, I heard it's hilarious what happened there.
Are you able to like elaborate a little bit? Because like I said, I don't want to like misrepresent the facts and shit like that. So what happened?
So what's this app is about? It was made like last week or so, and it was an app where women could rate men that they're dating, kind of like a Yelp for men is what I heard. I could be wrong, right? They're like, and they have like their, do they put their photos up or just their names or info? I don't know. But
The women's photos were
no, the
in
photos of the men is what I'm
I
referring
would
to.
I would assume so.
Like,
I'm
how would they
sure.
know? But
Yeah, I'm sure
it's
they would.
almost like one of those that are we dating the same
Yeah,
person
yeah.
kind of app that, funny enough, one of the guys in the program was actually on it. Like so some few girls put him on it, which I think is kind of funny. And yeah, so they rate him, and I think what happened is so a lot of these women uploaded their driver's license to the app, and the app got hacked, and all these driver's licenses got leaked with their locations, and then people are realizing, which I didn't know about this, but a lot of driver's licenses have their body weight on it. Mine doesn't. I don't think Florida does that,
I don't think
but
ours does not either. Pennsylvania, I
yeah,
don't
but a
think.
lot of them they were showing it, and it's like 200, 260, 250. Just, I'm sorry, bunch of medium, mid-looking women on this app, which karma, for doing
MRD's
stupid shit.
1117 said, I
Possible
got put on the Are
lawsuits,
We Dating the Same Guy
coming up,
Facebook
but
page.
I think it's
I
still
consider
kind of
that a
fucking funny.
badge of honor.
Yeah, my is the speech chat coming in to your headphones? Are you hearing that or not?
Speech?
Yes. I think it's only my headphones. Once again, guys, never trust a Canadian. I paid a Canadian to be my engineer, and apparently people are saying there's echoing, and I don't even have the speech chat coming in to the stream and my guests. But it is what it is. I'll figure it out all on my own. But I have a friend, Mr. Nasty Time. He's a sponsor of the show also, and he was ousted Are We Dating the Same Man? And he said, you know, like, as soon as he saw that, he felt like he made it. You know what I mean? Like, and like I can get that. You know, like there's no such thing as bad publicity. So if you want to put me up on this public site and, you know, talk about me, all you're doing is like showing pre-selection a little bit. You know what I mean? Like you're showing that I fuck. You know?
Whoa. I was just gonna say, this guy fucks, am I right? Because I was looking at this, you guys. This is guy has to fuck, am I right? You know, right? This guy fucks.
So, yeah, but I kind of think like it's good that these fucking women got their like data leaked, you know, like
Marianne said, "LOL, those sites are ridiculous. I think it's bitter women."
it's absolutely bitter women, Kate. They're, you know, they're just fucking jealous that they're femcels basically, and like I think there's probably a little bit of a difference between an incel and a femcel. So an incel is a man who cannot voluntarily procure sex. A femcel, I think, is kind of like a woman who cannot secure like the commitment, committed monogamy of a man. So I think a lot of these women are probably just getting like pump and dumped, or, you know, like fucking chucked by these, you know, like guys, and they're, you know, going on, they're all bitter. Fucking Jared is an asshole. Yeah, I give him a 2-star rating and shit. And like, you know, Jared, like fucking Jared don't give a fuck. Jared already fucking used you for what you're good for. You know, you fucking dropped his load, and now
maybe
he's
a
on to
couple
the
of
next
your
one.
girlfriends too.
Yeah.
Yeah, if Jared's one of his market.
Fucking Jared fucks. That's
yeah. Go Jared.
Jared gave you a $5 foot loan, bitch. And the other topic of the week is Pedro Pascal, because he's now like trending. You know, he's Mr. Fantastic. He's the shit. But like, a lot of people are saying that Pedro Pascal is like a creep, and he's like inappropriately touching his like female like co-stars and shit like that, and he's using it under the guise of like anxiety or something. Every time Pedro Pascal gets anxious, he goes and touches women.
Okay.
Do you guys know about this one?
I heard about it.
Yeah, I saw. I remember when the first time it came out, it was like on a Comic-Con panel, and they were like grabbing hands, and everybody thought, "Oh, so adorable, wow!" And then they see all the interviews after, like when the movie was starting to come out, and they're like, "Oh, he's still doing this," and she's pregnant, and he's like rubbing her baby belly, and it's just like, what are you doing, man?
Yeah.
So I was having this conversation with a girl on like Xbox Live, and she said that Pedro Pascal is gay. Is his like orientation of public record?
I have no idea.
Yeah. I feel like
No
he's
clue.
probably not gay if he's like touching all these women and shit like that, but
So every time he gets anxiety, he goes to nurses. He wants a nurse.
yeah, like he's just
Okay.
like, but like it's not any like he was his like claim to fame was The Last of Us.
Well, yeah, I thought he was good in Narcos too.
I never watched that.
Yeah.
It's too much Spanish for me.
No, that was awesome.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, and he's also the Mandalorian.
Yeah.
Okay.
That one too. I didn't watch it.
And I think he was the bad guy in Wonder Woman 2. Is that right?
He seems like he's all over.
Yeah. But there is one common theme, which he never seems to get anxiety and get touchy-feely around ugly women. It's only like these like attractive women.
Do you
When he,
blame him?
no, I don't blame him. But like I don't.
Yeah, I mean, I don't blame him either.
I don't-
I know.
It's like,
He
what are
found
we
the
expecting him to do that?
I know, yeah.
He found the cheat code to fucking inappropriately groping your Hollywood
Yeah,
co-stars.
exactly.
You just say,
Yeah.
"Oh, I got anxiety. Let me touch your boob."
Well, at my age, they think it's dementia. So, yeah.
You can either pull the Biden or the Pascal.
Yeah, I'm more Biden territory than I am Pascal.
Yeah, but for Biden, you got to creep over the shoulder, not
and sniff hair. Yeah.
sniff their ears.
Yeah. God.
Yeah,
That's their
but
thing, you know.
I mean, there was a what's the girl's name from The Last of Us? She's like that pie-headed bitch, like looks
Bella Ramsey,
Bella Ramsey looking like
pie-headed.
fucking Humpty Dumpty ass
Oh,
bitch,
man,
dude.
Oh
she's
my
funny.
God, bro.
Yeah.
Never.
How did she get hired?
He never was touching her, dude.
No.
He never had social anxiety when
No.
she was in his vicinity.
Yeah, he had
So
no
what's that
anxiety
about?
there. He would need Mr. Nasty's pills in order to do that, yeah.
All right. So moving on to our next question. If you guys had unlimited resources and you wanted to give back to the world, what charity initiative or initiatives, plural, would you start?
Ooh. Hounds and Heroes is one. Can't go wrong there.
What was it?
Hounds and Heroes.
What is that? That's like putting a an adopted dog with a war veteran.
Yes, it's one of the ones that Babes in Toyland runs.
Okay.
They're pretty good.
That's awesome.
But I've always wanted to do like you know how many kids out there that have like kids with cancer that have to pay all these bills? That's one thing I would do is pay off their bills.
Ooh.
Oh, you need heart surgery, $300,000 heart surgery. Here you go, paid off.
Huh.
Right.
Yeah.
Like health bill, you think health bills that's another level. If you could pay off people's health bills, especially in the US where that's just what is healthcare like here? It's one of the worst in the world.
Yeah.
At least for
Yeah.
the countries that have it. Of course, there's a bunch of other unfortunate countries out there that don't even have healthcare.
Well, I mean,
and the national health care in some of these foreign countries also they wait months to turn around and get stuff done. So
yeah, like,
Yeah, it's funny how you ever see that there's like a chart
yeah.
compares American healthcare to UK and Canadian. American is like, okay, that'll be $123,000 for your bill, and that's just the first payment.
Yeah.
And then UK is like, okay, well, your appointment will be in 93 months.
Yeah,
We'll schedule you in.
That's the truth, dude.
And then the Canada is like, have you tried killing yourself? We can do the assisted suicide.
Yeah.
It's like, does anybody want to actually fix the problem, or are we just?
I don't even know if they want to address it. You know, I don't know.
I think it's all depopulation. That's what it is.
yeah. I mean, I'm a bit of a conspiracy theorist and an anti-vaxxer. And,
Put your tinfoil hats on, boys.
Yeah. All right. So tinfoil hat. So they did a survey in, I think it was like the Netherlands or Denmark or one of those fucking Scandinavian socialist hellholes, and they surveyed 1.3 million what are they, Neanderthal like women, like all those fucking socialist pigs, and like because they took the fucking COVID vaccine heavily in that country, and they found like a 33% reduction in fertility amongst the women who took the COVID vaccine. And I think, and that is not necessarily indicating causation. That is just a correlation, because I think that the liberal population is more likely to, stay up to date on their vaccinations and shit like that, and like also less likely to engage in like having sex and having children. So like there could be other factors, but it's definitely like a statistically significant figure of fucking Netherlandic women. I don't know. However the fuck you would say it. There's definitely a statistically significant population of women from the Netherlands who got the COVID vaccine and are reporting less fertility. So that's something to think about.
Wow.
Are you guys comfortable with saying if you're vaccinated?
Well, I'm fine with me saying it. Yeah, I have emphysema, so they recommended it.
Okay, yeah.
But I actually agree with you. I think they released this and started shooting it into people before they knew what the repercussions were. And I think that we all, at least a lot of us, kudos to you for, standing up and saying, and my kids the same way, they wouldn't take it either. But I was told by my doctors point blank that, this will wind up killing you if you don't take it. So
Yeah, like, and I mean, yeah, like if you're immunocompromised, it makes a lot more sense,
right, yeah.
like.
So I didn't have any sort of, I don't know, I didn't have any sort of way of not knowing. So when I was told I take it, I took it. I wish I wouldn't have though. So I don't know.
Yeah, I held off for a long time because I knew it was all bullshit, but eventually gave in, and I regret giving in.
Okay.
But they tried to get me to, like, so back a few years ago, I had my uncle's wedding in Spain, and Spain requires you to have the shot and a booster. And my parents are, come from liberal background, me first pretty much conservative in the family, but like they were telling me, oh, you have to get the booster, you have to get the booster, and I said no. Like, how much did you pay for this flight? I don't care. I'll give you the money. It's not worth it to me.
Yeah.
And that's when you start, having the power on these kinds of negotiations. And for me, it was like, I'm not taking no stupid fucking booster, right? I'm drawing the line here that this is like it's all a scam. And they're saying, oh, but I saw it on the news. They're saying you should stop listening to the fucking news. Turn off CNN. It's all nonsense. Just because you watch Fox doesn't mean you're unbiased. Fox is also the same. It's the same kind of program they're trying to put into you. Stop watching shit. You first of all, you can listen to, I think podcasts at least have some kind of merit in their value because most of them are not backed by, big media. But watching TV and getting your information from what you see is complete horseshit. And eventually we found a thing that says you can go to Spain and not have to have a booster if you just get a test. And that's what we did. And I said, see, I'm not taking your stupid fucking booster.
Good for you.
Speaking of podcasters who I think are like really good, have you ever heard of Michael Franchese?
I have not.
So he was a crime boss in the Colombo crime syndicate in New York City, back in the like Rudy Giuliani days, and he was arrested by the FBI and he went to jail for like, I don't know, I think like 20 years or something like that. And now he has a podcast where he has become rather conservative, so he like interviews a lot of like conservative guests, and what's her name, Jillian Michaels or something. Yeah, I don't know who she is, but I watched his episode with her and it was like great. They were talking about the Ozempic shot, and she's really against the Ozempic shot, and I mean, I've seen some people take the Ozempic shot, and it seems like if paired with like really good lifestyle choices, it can be really good to help someone get on the right track. But she was saying that like the Ozempic shot like kills kills like muscle mass and like reduces like bone density and like all these things, that
it's another drug that they probably haven't done enough.
Yeah.
Like this other one, and and people are going to pay the price. Just to go back to what we were talking about before, companies were actually firing people for not taking these shots. So I mean, this was a pretty panic period that we all went through.
Yeah.
It was like you had no choice. You either turn around and got it on the stick, or which is kind of weird now when you look at it.
Yeah, it's funny because especially the people that were out flipping Teslas, lighting them on fire with Molotov cocktails, claiming that they were anti-fascism, were forcing people to stick an experimental drug in their bloodstream just so they could keep their job. Like, that's bordering fascism, if you ask me. But
I it's crazy. And to get back to that thing, the first question that you're asking, what would I turn around and do? I guess I think I would turn around and set something up for addiction to actually address people that are addicted. I think part of it with addiction is mental, and I think that if we could turn around and address that part of it, and maybe no more families have to bury their kids, and I would like to see that, because there's too much of that. Too many people been in my car and that are dead. And to be honest with you, I think and look at the ramifications from that. Families, kids without parents. I don't know. I just think that's something I would go for.
I think what I would really like to do would be kind of in the same vein as that, but more combat. Like I would like to do like a secondary intervention. Like let's say a person does get clean. They're they're not using anymore. They have drugs totally out of their system, but then where do you go? Like a lot of newly recovered, newly sober people are kind of just like lost, and they're preyed upon by these like fucking landlords in Levittown that are just stuffing them into a little shack like sardines, and like they're in they're in like 3-bedroom houses, and they got like 10 of them
living on top of each other.
Yeah. So what I was thinking would be a really awesome, if I had the money to afford it, I would kind of like build some gigantic fucking apartment complex, give them all like a room, and their only rent for a period of time. I wouldn't enable them forever, but until they got back on their feet, their only rent would be needing to pass like a drug test like every week or something like that. So as long as they were remaining sober, they could live in my in my foundation for free. And then I would teach them how to form a resume, teach them how to fill out a job application, teach them how to do all these, how to dress, how to get a haircut, how to do all these things that could make them like a contributing member of society. And that would be my
just give
charity.
Hope,
yeah.
Gotcha.
So one last thing, since we were talking about the vaccine, did you guys hear about Stephen Colbert losing his fucking platform?
I did. Although I wish it was Kimmel instead, because he's the one that actually,
I fucking hate
you know what I'm talking about, right? What he said
yeah.
about all the people who didn't get the vaccine.
No, I didn't. But like, what did he say?
That's one of many.
Or he was saying something about like, oh, I hope you get. It was some kind of. It was almost like a threat, but not really a threat.
He's like,
What
I
exactly
hope you
did
get
he say?
COVID and die, basically.
Yeah, he's like, oh, if you don't get, it's all the people who are unvaxxed, like fuck you, can die, whatever the fuck.
Jimmy Kimmel's such a fucking puss, dude. Like he annoys me more than Stephen Colbert. At least Stephen Colbert, at one point in his career, was funny.
No, he was funny. Jimmy Kimmel on the Man Show, that was funny.
So long.
Oh, here I found it. It was he was saying how hospitals, shouldn't treat patients who didn't have a vaccine.
Jesus.
Well, I mean, he's no different than Howard Stern.
He
jumped the shark too.
Howard Stern, is he a liberal? Howard Stern?
Absolutely.
Really?
All one. Huh. These guys are all surprised. They turn around and they divide their audience by saying that that they have to embrace the liberal lifestyle and all that, and then they divide their people so that half of them aren't even watching them. And then they're surprised when they turn around and get canceled.
Yeah,
go woke, go broke.
Yeah, or go broke. Yeah.
Go woke, go broke. It's true.
And he's going broke.
Yeah, like one thing that I love about all of this fucking like turbulence in mainstream media is like it's forcing these audiences over to this not necessarily unbiased, but this like unaligned with a certain agenda podcast, and like the power is within the podcaster, and it's not within this like fucking corporation, so like I don't know. Like, I think there's a lot more purity in podcasting than there is in like fucking going on NBC or fucking CNN or Fox or any of that shit, and then having to be beholden to the.
That's because that's propaganda.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're not scripted, or at least
Exactly.
not nearly as much.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, all right, let's talk a little bit less about fucking politics and all that shit. Unless, well, do you guys?
I didn't really think that was really talking about politics. I just think it's basically the general feel for the country right now.
Are you guys comfortable telling who you voted for?
Oh, I'll tell you, Trump.
Trump, Gonzalo.
You know, in 2016, I wanted to vote for Hillary.
Okay.
And 2020, I did not want to vote for Biden, but I didn't vote for Trump either.
Okay.
And now I actually voted for the man, Uncle Donnie.
Okay. All right. So wait, in the Hillary election, did you just write in like another name, or did you?
No, I didn't vote.
Okay, that's me. I don't vote, and you know, people are always like, "Oh, if you don't vote, you can't bitch." Like, suck my dick. This is America. I cannot vote, and I can bitch. I have the freedom to do so, and I'm gonna exercise that freedom. I don't want to fucking vote because all these people. Fucking no offense, you know, like I do like a lot of the things that Trump says, but probably when fucking Jeffrey Epstein fuels up his private jet and he goes to that fucking island and they start fondling the little boys and girls, I'll bet you fucking Trump was there fucking playing grab ass with a little tween, just like fucking Hillary and Bill were. Like they're all in the same bed with each other.
I don't necessarily think he's on the list. I just think, I wouldn't say he's being blackmailed, but I think the people that really don't want him to release the list have something he wants, right? Like when you deal with people of that caliber, that power, there's always some kind of, trade between
He's always working on the art of the deal.
Yo,
yeah, I mean,
have you read that book?
No.
It's a really good book, and you know, like I keep up on that wall my my equity curve. Do you see it?
Mm-hmm.
You see how like at the very end it just fucking drops off a cliff?
Yeah.
So that was on April 2nd on Liberation Day, the tariffs. I made a 6-figure bet against Donald Trump to like right this ship. I thought he was going to fucking ruin the global economy. I was obviously dead wrong, and so after that happened, I made the declaration I would never ever disrespect Trump's like ability to, and like I would never disrespect his power. Like I might not like the guy, but he is like the most powerful human being on earth right now. And you know, like so after that happened, I read The Art of the Deal and realized that like he might say some dumb shit, but he's not a fucking dummy. He like
no, he's not. But that doesn't mean I want to sit there and have a beer with him.
Yeah, like
I don't want to hang out with the guy. I don't want I don't. On the other hand, and I don't agree with everything he says.
Yeah.
But it is what it is, and I think you're right. I think he's actually. I think this whole thing comes down to he doesn't turn around and commit himself to anything unless he's got an advantage somehow.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, think of it this way, right? Like, why would he go out and say during his campaign, I'm going to release the list if he knows he's on it? Right?
Yeah.
So I don't think he's on it to begin with. I just think the people that it will expose have something he wants, and he is not in the position of advantage, like you said.
Yeah. He always has that advantage somehow.
Yeah, he's a master leader, you know, like he really does have the art of the deal mastered, yeah.
Or they might try and kill him.
Yeah, they already have tried to kill him, and
yeah, well, they might
succeed,
do it better.
You know? Yeah.
Like that might be what they're trying to do.
So I want to move on from the politics, and I don't find myself offended or triggered by much in the world, but there is one sentiment that I do find very objectionable, and that is this trend where women choose to fuck some men on the first night and other men that they see a legitimate future with, they see him as like boyfriend material. They'll make those men wait 5, 10, maybe even 15 dates before giving them the pussy. I'll avoid at all costs being viewed as a nice guy who will wait a long time to hit. So, do you guys want to, I don't know, share your beliefs around this subject?
Have you seen Casey Zander?
I saw his podcast with Michael Sartain. That's the only content I've seen of him.
The part where he talks about how he got way more in a truck than he did with a Ferrari,
Yeah, yeah.
right? Because the guy with the truck is replaceable, the guy with a Ferrari is not.
Hmm.
And so it's like Michael even says if you like a girl, don't, because then you start playing it safe. And that's essentially what these girls are doing is they see a guy who has rare qualities and they start to play it safe.
Mm-hmm.
So that's just how it works.
Yeah. Rick,
So you don't think it's really like, I don't, that they're actually committed to the one night stand? They're a little tentative in regards to dealing with the guy that they think they might work out with.
I think what it is.
I'm trying to understand that.
They don't want to be viewed as a whore or a slut by the guy that they actually like.
Okay.
So they're gonna withhold having sex with him because they think that will make him value her or think better of her as this like virtuous, pure
But on the
girl.
other hand, she's gonna go out and freaking do whatever with some other clown.
Yeah.
Okay.
And like, so my rule of thumb is like, and I know you can't just like go out and up front ask these deep questions to a woman. Like I think you really do sound like a fucking clown if you're on like a first date and you're like, so how many sexual partners do you have and like shit like that. But like I do think it is our as men, I think it's important that we like vet these women and see just like if we can get a feeling of like how long she makes most guys wait, what's the shortest she's ever made a guy wait. You know, like I would not want to find out that a girl let, you know, 5 dudes on spring break, you know, like bang her that night, and then she's got me taking her to Olive Garden, she's got me taking her to the Cheesecake Factory and Carrabba's and shit like that, and you know, other guys, all they had to do was buy her a strawberry daiquiri, you know, like I want to be the strawberry daiquiri guy.
Do you?
Yeah. Like
No, it sounds like you don't want to. It sounds like you actually want a committed relationship.
Well, I do want a committed relationship with her.
So if she bangs you the first night, then you guys go on, and you're in good shape. And then you know, next thing you know, you're on Facebook and you've got 15 kids. You know, I mean, I don't know. Women have always liked bad guys.
Yeah. I want to be a bad guy. You know,
well,
like.
It's not that great being a bad guy.
Well, you got the basketball jersey on and the backwards hat.
Yeah, right. That's a good start.
I look like a bad guy. Go.
Yeah. Well, you know, I mean, I don't know.
You're a podcaster.
I'll tell you what. The ones that turn around and go out and turn around and do that, I don't necessarily know you can trust them ever.
The girls that have.
They always look to me like they're upgrading. Even if you're committed in a relationship with her at that point.
Mm-hmm.
I don't necessarily know if that's what she wants, or you turn your back and she might look to upgrade. So I don't know.
Look, think of it this way. Give it a different perspective. Like from your point of view, let's say, yeah, you sleep with her the first night. Then, from your perspective, you think, okay, what does she do? Does she do this with every guy?
Yeah.
And then if she makes you wait, you're gonna think the same thing. Does she do this with every guy?
Yeah.
So it's like Rolo says this is men and women, their sexual strategies come at the cost of each other. They can't both optimize for their own desires. One of them has to fall into the other.
Mm-hmm.
So that's essentially the game that's being played.
Yeah. Yeah, and I mean, like I definitely have waited. I have hit on the first night. To me, and like I've spoken to a lot of men that are like, yeah, I would lose respect for a girl if she gave it up on the first night. I've never felt that way. Like I mean it. Like I actually my most recent relationship that lasted 3 years. We banged on the first night, and like that was, like I was.
Sometimes you have a chemistry right out of the gate.
Yeah, like I want to have a chemistry with my, with my girl. I want there to be genuine burning desire. I don't want her to be thinking about the consequences and shit like that. Like I'll do all the logical thinking. She can just be swept up in emotions and enjoy herself.
I don't want to date Bonnie Blue. I'll tell you that.
there's like such a huge difference between Bonnie Blue and a girl who's like.
I'm just saying.
All right. So what is a
You want to be with a girl that's been with 100 guys?
No, not 100, but like, all right. This is a good segue. How many sexual partners is too many for you guys?
That depends. Are we talking marriage or dating?
Like for intentional dating, like what are you? You're
Could-
26 or 25?
25. 'Cause
25.
for marriage, I hold a little bit of a higher standard, right? There's a
Yeah.
reason the wedding dress is white. It's supposed to signify purity. So you come in here with double digits, I'm gonna look at you with my eyebrows a little raised. Like you should
Double digits. So 10? Like 10 is too many for you?
Oh yeah,
Wow.
that's fucking disgusting. Fuck that shit.
Wow. What do
No.
you say, Rick? Do you say
I'm an old guy. I'm 65 years old. Do you think I'm not gonna find a virgin now?
no, not a virgin, but like if you met a girl with like let's say 25, would that put you off?
I don't know. I don't really know because.
It is also contextual to the age, so
Yeah, I mean, I'm way above.
See, I just want to be more experienced than my co-pilot. I don't want to. As long as and I'm not that kind of like I'm not like jealous or insecure. I'm not the kind of person that's gonna like put on my detective hat and fucking like call up Watson and be like, let's figure out exactly how many penises she's had inserted into her.
Yeah, but you don't want to go down there and turn around and see a tattoo that says Fred was here. You know what I mean? Yeah, So, yeah.
Fred could have been an upstanding guy. But yeah, so like as long and like I guess my number, I'm not gonna like disclose it, but my number, like if I met a girl who had my number, I'd had some fucking alarms would go off. Like that's too many for a young lady. I just turned 34.
Okay. Yeah, I think it's like he said. I think it's really just an age thing. I don't really think there's an adequate number for that. But at 25, 10 people, yeah.
Okay. So, Gonzalo, would you share a little bit? Because you've been in Men of Action for almost a whole year. Share what it was like, what happened, what it's like now. Like things that you've learned, mistakes that you've made. Just like, go off about it.
I mean, yeah, being in Men of Action, I think the best thing about it is realizing how you can network your way to anybody just using with the skills they teach you.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas like back then it would have been you look at somebody, let's say super famous on TV or Instagram, and you just think, oh, I'll never meet this person, right? And then fast forward a few months later and you're like, oh, hi, you're that person. And then you're having it's not just like, oh, okay, hi, picture, bye, right? Like most people, when they meet somebody famous, they're just like trying to qualify to them, and then they're not interested in you because there's a big status deficit, right? But when you learn the skills of Men of Action, you learn how to properly talk to somebody like that, how to not necessarily make them qualify, although that is usually a sign of, being able to build rapport. It's really interesting when you get to just learn how to have a normal conversation with people of that caliber.
Mm-hmm.
And then you treat them like normal people, they'll treat you like normal people, right? Don't treat them like a celebrity because they'll treat you like a fan.
Yeah. And I was having a little bit conversation with Rick, and like just about even like the most basic thing. So, like he asked me like, so what's with you going all over the state and like taking these like photographs? And I said that like Instagram is now the like number one dating app in the world. Can you elaborate on on the importance of having a strong social media?
I mean, if you know somebody and you want to look them up, what's the first place you go to? You don't go to Snapchat,
Mm-hmm.
maybe LinkedIn, but and you maybe Facebook, but Instagram is everybody's on that, right? Donald Trump's on it. How many actors are on it? Uh, Athletes, everybody's there. And yeah, you can choose to not be on it and mute the whole chaos within society so that you can live a more peaceful life. But and to some degree, I envy that. But also to that, I would say like how does that work for you socially? Do you make more friends doing that? Not being on Instagram. So you meet somebody new that, oh, do you have Instagram? And you say no, and then that's it. You don't see that person again. So what's the benefit?
And like what do you feel? Oh my god, did my fucking headphone just die? Is your headphone sound?
I think it's good. Testing 1, 2, 3.
Can I still hear you?
Well, I can hear you.
Yeah, I can hear.
All right, well mine's dead. So, well, fucking oh shit.
How you gotta do this?
I don't know. These fucking headphones. I think I bought like knockoffs. I don't think
Canadian.
they're fucking Canadian. Fucking Canadian or worse, Chinese. Those
They're
fucking
they're
yellow
the
bellied bastards.
Did you get AirPods or AirPods?
Uh,
The A-pods.
AirPods. Yeah.
Eh?
so what have been some of your challenges in Men of Action?
Oh, getting good photos. It is not as easy as it looks. Like a lot of the coaches will tell you, oh yeah, just get up early, do an all-nighter, get up at 6 a.m. and then go to the spot and get a shot. And then it's not as easy as it sounds. To set up a camera, walk back, do it again. The shot doesn't look good, the lighting, people in the way. I think people in the way is the biggest. People being in the way is the biggest thing that messes up your photography.
Okay.
And it's so tough because people are everywhere, especially in the best spots. You'll see some guys that have great shots of especially the cities like New York, Chicago,
Yeah, yeah.
and you look and it's like those places are usually crowded. How'd you get that shot?
Right,
And they'll
right.
be like, I got up 5:30 a.m. and right as the sun came up, I got the shot. And then because it just doesn't look as good as you have people in there. It's you can't see the whole scenery. That's the whole point of taking the photos in the great locations is so that you can see the location.
Yeah,
It
so
makes
Chris
it
does a
just
lot of Philly shots.
yeah, and he's got some great ones too.
Yeah.
But it's adds to that's the whole point is you got to get that cinematic effect
Right.
and actually show the status, and that comes in the form of good quality photos.
So let me ask you this: with this man of action, what is your end game with this? What are you hoping to get? Like,
I joined to be surrounded by better, higher performing men. And I know most men go into it with the purpose of, oh yeah, I want to meet more women and women. And yeah, that's also a goal, but for me it's I just got tired of being surrounded by dudes that don't care about being fit, don't care about getting their money up, don't care about being good with women, don't care about proper networking, proper social skills. I'm just like sitting here. When you're surrounded by people like that don't care, one, they laugh at you when you want to improve. Like, oh, are you in the gym all the time? Why are you trying to get rich? You're not fucking Tristan Tate and all that. I'm like, shut the fuck up. All right.
right?
If you want to be a loser, you can go do that. Just do it away from me. And I think being in the program, I get to meet other people that are also like, yeah, get fit, hold each other accountable, teach people important lessons. Like, surround yourself with friends you can actually learn something from is really important. I don't like being around friends, quote unquote, that just drain me of knowledge and energy. I like being able to learn from people. I think that's how you make good friendships, not just like getting drunk and eating
Can I get your earbud?
McDonald's all the time, right? Y'all can still hear me, right?
Yeah, can you still hear us?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Are we echoing? Hopefully we're not.
Nope. Sounds good to me.
This is fuck the earpods, dude. I wish I wish this shit was like fucking simpler.
So your point is then, is that the because you're hanging around with more challenging people and stuff, it brings your game up.
Yep.
So that's basically, and why would somebody give you pushback about that? I mean,
Crabs in a bucket. People
okay.
see you improve and they want to drag you down to their level.
Yeah, but
Everybody you know, whether you know it or not, has an archetype of you in their head.
yeah,
And when you start to stray away from that,
yeah, I know.
they will do things to keep it back in, right?
No, I learned that when I got sober. You know, people, it was easy for them to put me in the category of being a drunk. But then when I got sober, all of a sudden they started looking at me a different way.
Because they don't look at you as, oh, he wants to do better for himself. They look at you as, oh, he wants to be better than us.
Oh,
So they take
okay.
offense.
Oh, all right. Okay.
Yeah.
And that's
I
the
get it.
part of
All
human
right.
nature
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
they're just like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Because think of it, when you become better, then you start hanging out with better people, and then you separate from the group, and then they don't want that. They want to bring you back.
Yeah, they want to call you a snob. Or
Yeah,
whatever.
like why are you doing this? Who do you think you are? And you got to just ignore these people.
Yeah, it makes
That's
sense.
all you can do.
Yeah. Well,
It's
I mean,
either
really,
it's either
because,
we're going up or I'm going up.
well,
It's
their opinion really isn't any of your business, right?
Yeah,
it's I mean, it fuels me. I love if there's hate too. I love that. Go give me all the hate you want. It just feeds me energy.
You know, Rick. I got a hater, probably a few haters by this
Mandingo.
point. Yeah, Mandingo.
Oh, I love Mandingo.
Yeah, like I guess like Mandingo is kind of like a physical embodiment of like some irrefutable evidence that I've
Ryan McMullen said, Mandingo is the GOAT.
He is, man. He's awesome.
fucking Mandingo's a crumb bum. I think I know exactly who
Nah,
he is.
he's the ultimate troll, man. He just wants to jump in and insult you, and yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, like who doesn't have haters? Like fucking nobodies who are living in their mom's basement and eating cheese puffs all day and watching fucking.
But to a degree, you have to look at them, Gonzalo, and turn around and say to yourself, they're sort of sad, that they're intimidated by you trying to improve yourself.
Yeah.
I mean, basically, I think the gift we have with something like that is we don't have to be them. We don't have to, we don't have to put our, head on that pillow every night. And I don't know, man. It's like, I don't know. I think, they're going to be left behind. They're like the guys in high school.
Just ask yourself, would you trade lives with them?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't want to be you, then I don't
No.
care what you think.
Yo, and yeah, the influencer of the week is David Goggins, and I love this quote that David Goggins says in his I think it was on the Joe Rogan podcast. He was like, he said, you will never find a hater doing better than you ever.
Yeah.
So
Well,
yeah.
that goes back to what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Michael Jordan doesn't leave YouTube comments.
Yeah,
Yeah.
If you're listening to the words or the opinion of somebody and you would not trade lives with them, then you can immediately dismiss everything that they fucking have to say. You know what I mean? Like if they are not someone that you respect, don't fucking respect what fucking dumb shit comes out of their
It's
mouth.
trivial. They're
It's
trivial.
the easy answer, unaffected.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unaffected.
I think it's good that you're going. I think it's good you guys are doing this. I think it's, definitely a positive. And you're also challenging yourself.
Oh, absolutely. I'll never go back.
Yeah.
So I'm
Never
going to do another shout out to another corporate sponsor that we have. And Mom, if you're watching, happy belated birthday. I'm gonna send these out to you in the mail soon. I don't know. But guys and gals, I don't think it's any mystery that you should take your physique seriously. I'm buckling down lately. I got these 2 pizzas here, but I haven't had 2 slices. I'm drinking more Red Bull than is advisable. But you guys shouldn't just stuff empty calories down your big fat fucking blowhole. Here's the solution. It's Holler Boys Beef Jerky. They pack 10 grams of lean protein into a fantastic package, and the flavors are to die for. Peach bourbon, that's this one. Honey habanero, southern barbecue, Chesapeake, Fuego, or the tried and true original. My personal favorite is the peach bourbon. What's even better about Holler Boys is they're nice and local and tax-friendly, Middletown, Delaware. They're founded by a father and a son. They just started tinkering with their backyard smoker, and through trial and failure have come to present some of the boldest and most memorable flavors that I can recall. Forget Slim Jim, Jack Links, Deets Nuts. Holler Boy Snacks packs a great nutritional value and a filling serving size for an affordable price to stretch your dollar with flavor for days that'll make you holler. Their mission statement rings true to the Good Faith podcast that life may throw you around, but you can never give up. How true. Oh shit, I totally forgot to... Hold up a sec. Let me put the fucking ad up. There we go. Scan the QR code on the screen or find the link in the description and tap into the best beef jerky on the market. Holler Boys Jerky. That's holler with an A. Holler Boys Jerky. The only good jerk. Oh, so my soundboard... I don't know. Hopefully the stream can hear that. My sound... Fucking never trust a Canadian, guys. Never trust a Canadian. Those are my words to live by.
Never trust a Canadian.
Never trust a Canadian. What we were talking about? Haters.
Have you ever been cheated on?
So you saw that one.
Yeah.
Do you want to go into that one?
Not that I know of. I've been
Okay.
cheated on. No.
All right.
No, I don't know. Yeah. I don't think I've ever. Well, when I was in a committed relationship, I was dating somebody. I don't really think that's cheating.
No, yeah.
But if I've been committed with both marriages, I did cheat on.
Okay. Gonzalo, have you ever been cheated on?
Nope.
Oh, good for you guys.
I've had chicks upgraded than me. They're like, I don't think we're gonna date anymore. I'm gonna go with.
Well, all right. So a woman's nature is hypergamous. So what they do, like, cause all women, and I think they even have a study that I think it was like something like 80% of women, even the ones that are like faithful in committed relationships, they have like a backup plan in case shit goes wrong. You know,
Really?
so yeah, like
Okay.
whether it's like a work husband or you know, like just anything. And I think like a similar amount of women have a like a desire to fucking it's this new phenomenon called soft life. Like I think 74% of American women want a man who pays 100% of the bills.
Ooh.
So why did they fight? Why did they fight to be included in the workforce? Why are they getting so uppity about fucking this gender wage gap if they want to just settle down and be a domestic housewife for a man who provides for them? I don't really understand it, you know?
So they want to go back to the 50s.
Kinda, yeah. Like the only ones who don't are the ones who can't. You know, the women that are Femcels that can
Well, to be honest with you, nowadays it's pretty difficult if you're going to be raising a family.
to do it on one salary. Yeah, for sure. Yeah,
And even if the income's good, it's still difficult.
yeah.
Okay, so and I can tell you that because I've been through it.
Yeah, like I only know one married couple that is living on one salary, and the man works in finance. You know, he earns like probably, I'll bet you it's probably close to like $250,000 a year. You know, like so that's the kind of salary that you need to be earning if you want a traditional style relationship. You know, otherwise it's got to be fucking, you know, some bit of 50-50 or whatever.
I don't, yeah. Good for them. I mean, I'm glad they have a backup plan, but it seems a little bit, I don't know, tedious.
Yeah, for sure. Are you guys following up on the WNBA gender wage gap?
I saw the shirts they made.
Yeah. What criticism?
I have a solution.
There you go.
Okay.
Nice.
Just so I'll let you introduce it to those who don't know what we're talking about.
Okay, so if you guys have been living under a rock, or you're like many Americans and you don't give a flying fuck about the WNBA, I don't blame you. But what has happened is through the evolution of humans, men have developed their superior strength and athleticism, while women have had to develop like a more nurturing, soft, cushy physique to carry children and care for children, and that's not conducive to being good at tackling on a football field or running down a basketball court. So there are certain biological imperatives for women to be shitty athletes, and in America we are not a socialist dystopia. We actually pay people based on merit. We are a meritocracy, and if you are shittier at playing an athletic, if you are less entertaining, you will be compensated to a lesser degree. So a lot of women in the WNBA are huffing and puffing because they are not being paid the same as their male cohorts who are selling out stadiums and scoring 60 points in a game and like slam dunking over like automobiles and
funding their league.
yeah. So that's what's going on. And after the All-Star game, which was like a fucking joke, the WNBA basically has one competent athlete, and her name is Caitlin Clark, and she's not only the only one that is presently entertaining or athletic, she's the only female basketball player that ever existed who's like actually like good at basketball.
So what are you gonna say?
So they want to get paid more, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so just raise the ticket prices. Go ahead, you'll make more money, right?
Yeah.
Raise them up.
Yeah, like
Make them NBA prices.
Yeah.
They actually
talk that shit.
the Indiana Fever actually they are in a position where they can they have pricing power over their tickets, and I think when
They do, actually.
Yeah, like when Caitlin Clark is on the court, they're selling their tickets for $80, $90 a ticket. When Caitlin Clark is injured, which happened earlier this year, their tickets are going for like $4 or $5 a ticket. So like
They pay her the money she deserves,
yeah.
and maybe like a few other players that might do similar things, although it's not even close. And then pay everybody else what they earn, which is
Have
not
you
that
guys
much.
ever watched the college women's basketball game?
I have not.
No, I've never
I barely even
watched
watch
it. I've never
college
watched it.
men's basketball. Maybe
Yeah.
March Madness. I don't like college basketball that much. College football is so much more interesting.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, it is.
I like
But
college
just
football way more
sometimes,
than-
for instance.
Wait,
Yeah.
What's your favorite college football team? Is it UCF?
UCF and U Michigan.
Okay.
I don't know. Do women support basketball?
Women don't support anything.
Anything,
Women
unfortunately.
women hate to see other women succeed. They fucking are like self-sabotaging.
Yeah, they're like trying to kill her.
Yeah,
they're running at it. And then she's got that hot blonde that's like her.
Is it Sophie Cunningham?
Yeah.
I love Sophie Cunningham.
Yeah.
She's a
Yeah.
goon.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
she's a thug, dude. They got an enforcer to fucking bodyguard Caitlin Clark. I love it.
I think the whole thing's a joke. I don't even know why they're wasting their time even talking about this. The news media, I'm not talking about you, I'm talking about the news media, because they seem to bring it up every couple days.
It's really unfortunate because for the first time in 40 years, a woman is coming and she has the capabilities to transform
Like Jordan.
women's basketball, but when Jordan came, there wasn't there might be some haters, some people that are jealous, but they're not like, similarly,
It was.
this is what happens when you're great. Like greatness comes with challenges.
It's a once in a lifetime thing. Gretzky.
Yeah, like Jackie Robinson, Jordan,
Yeah.
Gretzky, like there's gonna be those that are inferior to them and are the only thing that they can do is try and fucking take out your kneecaps, you know?
So now you run at them, and that's okay.
Yeah.
And everybody in the media says it's okay because nobody says anything about it.
Yeah. Yeah, so I guess Caitlin Clark, get used to it. This is the price of greatness is you have you
they're
have to
talking
deal with
about
haters.
expanding. They're going to have a Philadelphia team.
Yeah, by 2030 I think it
Good
is.
luck with that.
We support our sports team so much. Like I think our team will draw a crowd. Maybe not.
Really? Yeah.
I
think it's going to be all the kids that go to Little Flower High School. Okay, and that's probably it.
Wait, what is that? Is that
There's about 600 people that'll go to the game every night.
okay?
Yeah. I'm being sarcastic. I'm sorry.
I fucking hate the Sixers. Like I'm so sick and tired of the Sixers. Like I'd get on board with a fucking women's basketball team.
Yeah, I can see that, but on the other hand, I don't know. I find it boring. I see better basketball going down to the courts.
So Gonzalo, UCF, they're in the American Conference. What is it? The American Coastal Conference or what?
Big 12.
Oh, okay. They used to be with us.
American Athletic Conference, AAC.
Yeah, they used to be.
And
with
then
Temple.
this past year, I think.
It got all
Was it
fucked
this
up.
last one was their first Big 12 year?
Yeah,
Or no. It was that was their second year in Big 12.
Okay.
23 was their first in the Big 12.
Yeah, but
And yeah, it was. What were you saying?
do you like this like shift that has happened to the conferences? Because I used to really like it. There was the Pac-12, and it made sense. They were all geographically on the west. There was the ACC. It made sense. They were all geographically on the east. There was the SEC. They were all geographically in the southeast. There was the Big Ten. They were all geographically in the Midwest. And then there was the Mountain West. They were all in the mountains. And there was the fucking Big 12. They were all in like Middle America. And they just like fucked it all up. Like I hate the new conferences.
Well, I mean, it doesn't make much of a difference. It's not like the schedules are even within the conference, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like you had to travel. The teams had to travel anyway. Like we played Boise State, and where's Boise all the way up in Idaho, and they got to fly out over here to Orlando and play. And whether we were in the AAC or in the Big 12, we were still playing somewhat the same teams. But at least like with UCF, like the AAC was shit. There were no good teams in there. And it was just boring schedules. And that one season we went undefeated
Yeah,
in
I remember that.
2017, and then it was no playoffs for that. But we beat Auburn that year at least.
Wait, who was your quarter? That was after Blake Bortles, right?
Bortles was like 2014, was he? I don't even remember. I wasn't here for that. We had Milton,
Mackenzie Milton, dude.
Mackenzie
I
Milton.
liked him. And then where is he in the pros now?
No, he got injured.
Wait, but
He got injured and
did
never went
graduate,
to the.
right?
He transferred to FSU his final year,
Uh-huh.
and he actually wound up on the field again after 1,000 days after his injury.
I love those college players that are like super ultra uber seniors that like spend like six years in college.
Yeah,
like that's great.
Yeah, they get picked in the draft at 26. Yeah.
That's like Van Wilder and shit like that.
Oh yeah. No, Milton's actually back. He's a QB coach at
Okay.
UCF now.
Good for him.
And we got Scott Frost as the coach who was there when we made it when we went undefeated in 2017. So at least, now it's going to be hopefully a good season. But it's, college football's chaos. You never know what happens.
Did you follow Brashad Perriman?
I did not.
Okay, I think he went like super early. He was like a first round. Where did he go? He was all over the place. I think he might have been drafted by the Ravens, but like, super fucking tall dude. Like I don't know, 6'6" or whatever, and everyone thought he was gonna be the shit, and then he ended up being a bust.
How many times that happened?
Yeah, I mean, it's tough. It's tough, especially when like when Alabama and Georgia and Auburn and Ohio State and Michigan are poaching all the good players, and now with the
Ryan McMullen said, Ravens, yeah.
yo, Ryan's Brashad Perriman's #1 fucking fan, dude. But yeah, like especially with the NIL and like these guys being allowed to just fucking transfer to Colorado and go play for Coach Prime or fucking go all over there's like all fucking regulation with college football has totally fucking gone out the window. It used to be
Ryan McMullen said, my boy.
he is your fucking boy. Yeah, now college football's turning in like similar to college basketball where there's just like fucking one and done. You play 1 year and then you just go straight to the league.
Well, for a lot of years, the NCAA was based around money. Now all of a sudden, it's based around money with the players. Too.
Yeah.
You know,
Well, isn't there a rule in football? You need to be at least a third year, like a third year junior, or redshirt junior, whatever it's called.
to turn around and leave, to move.
Yes.
Well, no, to get drafted.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yes. Yes, but I guess it's probably to protect these players so that they at least have some bit of an education and like they don't just become like a fucking undrafted free agent with zero marketable skills and then they're just, like lost in the world. At least now they have to have a degree when they go out and, they can fall back on that in case they don't have a career in football,
Yeah.
No, that makes a lot more sense.
Yeah.
Well, they should protect them.
So, so last night, so what tips and tricks do you have, Gonzalo, for like going out and cultivating like a social circle? Because this is the hardest thing for me is like fucking like having like a group of friends to go out with and shit.
Consistency.
Mm-hmm.
It's all consistency. You can go somewhere and meet a lot of cool people, and if you don't go twice or multiple times, it doesn't mean anything.
Mm-hmm.
So I've had that a lot of times where I'll go somewhere and I meet some of the coolest people I've met, and then I just never go back there, either because it's too far or because the timing is just never right, and then it just doesn't amount to anything. So consistency over anything, I would say.
And how many
consistent, predictable.
How many times a week do you go out?
There was a point where I was going like 3 or 4, but I pushed it back to like 2.
Mm-hmm.
2, 3, 1, anywhere between 1 and 3.
And is it usually on the weekends, I assume?
Usually, sometimes on like a Thursday. I won't do Mondays. There's no point in doing Mondays.
No.
So, especially what you have here in Orlando, it can get dead really fast. It's not like cities like Miami or LA where you can, or Vegas specifically, where you can do anything on any day. At least to my knowledge, that might be how it is over there. But here it's a little more, your Wednesdays, okay, maybe your Tuesdays too, depending on the spot. But yeah, it'll be usually in the weekends when I'll go.
And are you a drinker?
Not really, no.
No, okay.
I hate being drunk. I don't see the point in it. I like being fit. I don't like headaches.
Okay.
I like waking up in the morning and not feeling like garbage.
Mm-hmm.
I like remembering things. Plus, I just like being, what's the word? I don't like being sloppy.
Yeah.
I don't think that helps you in any way.
Yeah.
Like because like Michael says, there's no fucking around. We don't go out to, kind of have fun, but not to get drunk and then you're just wasting time at that point. I'm going out to meet people. If I'm not meeting people, it's a waste of time.
Yeah, and around me, there's zero public transportation, so if I want to go somewhere, unless I want to buy a fucking Uber, which like the prices are crazy now, like like an Uber one way
Ryan
is.
McMullen said 100% based.
Yep. Are you able to hear that?
I can hear Mr. Ryan here.
Yeah. Okay.
My boy Ryan.
Um.
Thank you, buddy.
Fucking. Yeah. Like, if you want to buy an Uber, it's probably gonna cost you like fucking $50-$60 and shit like that, especially once you tip them and shit like that. So like, if I really want to, if I want to go out for the night now, like I'm gonna be driving and shit like that. You know, like if I want to get behind the wheel of a car having drank, then like I'm fucking. You know, the number of consequences can be extremely costly. You know what I mean? Like, so I think it behooves anyone who wants to have like a social life to stay sober. Not even taking into account all the health ramifications of putting drugs and alcohol into your body or any of that shit. Just in terms of fucking what a DUI could cost you, it could be upwards of $10,000 and a loss of your freedom and shit like that. You could like strike somebody, a pedestrian, and then lose your entire life. So I definitely think that it makes sense for a multitude of reasons to stay sober. So, do you want to give us a brief explanation of what your like health and fitness regimen is?
So, in terms of diet, I eat a lot of steaks, fish,
Okay.
unprocessed foods. I don't eat a lot of, if any, like fast food, McDonald's type of. I just don't. I just think like people tell you to avoid red meat. What they really mean is avoid processed red meat
Okay.
because that's like really bad for you. But red meat is actually good for you, especially if you have like good and rendered animal fat, all that, depending on where you get your steaks. But I I'll occasionally eat steak. I'll make it myself. Just put it on the frying pan. I avoid using like processed oils, like no canola, no vegetable oils.
Okay.
Just olive oil in a glass bottle. I avoid like anything with microplastics. Um, I drink a lot of water, not a lot of soda. Um, what else if I can think of? So yeah,
What's
just
what's your
not a lot of
go-to
processed foods.
what's your go-to beverage when you go out if you're trying to avoid like drinking alcohol?
I mean, I'll have one beer, and
Okay.
then that's it.
Gotcha.
Right. One is fine. I'm not trying to get like three, four, six, seven beers.
Do you like switch to water as the night goes on, or
Yeah, occasionally.
okay?
Love water. How can you hate water?
Yeah, yeah. I like. What's the saying? Like early in our lives, we think that early in our lives we think that milk is the adult drink, and then we get a little bit older and we think that soda is the adult drink, and then we get a little bit older and we think that beer is the adult drink, and like true maturity is discovering that
Water.
water is the ultimate adult drink. Yeah.
Yeah, you know what's funny is you ever hear like how a lot of women don't drink water. They just hate water.
Huh.
And anytime you see a girl with a water bottle, ask her what's inside of it, and it's not going to be water.
Really?
A lot of times it's tea.
Oh, okay.
Huh.
A
Oh,
lot
that's
of times it's tea. It's the most mind-blowing thing. It's like y'all don't drink water, but you have to pee all the time. What do you? You're not drinking water.
And so, and so like once you get into the gym, what do you do in the gym?
I do. I'll have a day where I'll do benching. I'll do like I just hit 200 on the bench at one rep, and trying to get higher up in weight. I do squats another day. Sometimes I'll do squats and deadlifts on the same day. Because I'll alternate between squats, deadlifts, bench, and then I have another day where I do free weights. So doing curls, and then it depends every day. It depends on what I do, right? But I'll also try to focus on abs a lot. I think that's a big thing that people just forget. Like, yeah, don't skip leg day, but you skipped abs day. Yes, you did, right? And I'm starting to do a lot more cardio now because, like, I know I have the muscle down there for the abs. I just have a shit ton of this small layer of fat down here that just will not disappear. So I'm just getting really aggressive with it and saying, you know what, I'm just gonna run until the treadmill says 1500 calories, and then I'll do the same thing on another machine and just obliterate all of it.
Jeez, you burn 1,500 calories in a workout?
That is what I did at least on Friday.
Wow, that's fucking good.
I can't say I do it consistently. That was just that day.
Yeah.
But I'm trying. I will hopefully get it consistent.
Yeah, yeah, like I think that my workout is good enough. It's my diet that needs tailoring, cuz like I have like a fucking I have like a fat tooth. I like to, stuff pizza down my fucking fat blowhole and like eat breaded chicken and I used to these fucking Red Bulls. Yeah, like I got this purified water. Fucking haven't had a sip of it yet. Like yeah, like I have an addictive personality. Like I used to stuff literal poison into my fucking body. Now I have nice.
What kind of poison?
Just like a ton of alcohol, a ton of weed, coke, acid, amphetamines, just any kind of drug that would make me feel good, But that's what's up.
Yeah, I mean, no, go on.
Yeah, that's where me and Rick met in our
That was a while ago, though. He's not.
Yeah. And my sponsor told me I'm actually not allowed to any longer break my anonymity, or I'm not allowed to mention the fellowship, but I can just call it like a 12-step program. So
That's what I'm a part of.
yeah. So yeah, we met in a 12-step program.
I don't know. It's rather difficult nowadays with Facebook and everything else, but yeah, okay.
Yeah, like I don't give a fuck, and most of the recovered people that I meet don't give a fuck about their anonymity, but I do get it that it's important.
Environment is something that you probably wouldn't want to.
Yeah.
You wouldn't want to broadcast.
Although the most important people in my company know, basically everyone knows that I'm recovered. Like
Yeah, but like Gonzalo, that might come back to bite him if that was a situation with him.
Mhm.
I don't know.
With me?
Yeah, in a corporate environment, I don't know if that would be something that people would understand.
But what would bite me?
Specifically, if you were recovered.
I mean, I potentially, I don't know. I mean, maybe if you're trying to work in defense, I don't know. It probably depends with which industry,
Yeah.
what you're trying to work in. But I haven't had to deal with that, thankfully.
Right,
So,
yeah.
no, I don't have to worry about it. But yeah, I mean,
Some companies
it's a
ways.
tough situation to be in.
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, like some companies were, like we talked about, forcing people to stick fucking vaccines in their veins that they weren't necessarily sure how they would affect people. So definitely they'll companies will force their employees to do
when I
all
was in a
sorts of things.
pharmaceutical company, I think just about nobody knew I was in recovery.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, because I was not going to let that out.
See, so what happened with me was when I first applied for my company, I had a DUI on my record that had not yet been expunged, and I have to drive around. Kids in a motor vehicle all day long. So they needed an FBI fingerprint clearance and a.
So you had to be transparent.
Yeah. So yeah, and like I even lied at first. I was like, no, my record's clean, and then they were like, no, your record's not clean. You got a DUI. Do you want to explain that? And I was like, oh yeah. I was driving under the influence, and but I'm clean now. And they're like, all right.
Well, even with what you guys are talking about, like that's all I was talking about. I can't imagine that if you guys are on this track that you're trying to be this disciplined with something, that you would go out and tie a load on, or
Yeah.
It just doesn't seem like that would be conducive to what you guys are trying to accomplish.
Yeah, you'd be really surprised because I thought that there would be like a lot of like party animals, like playboys, doing coke and drinking with the ladies, but actually like a lot of the guys in the Men of Action are like pretty rigorously sober,
Yeah. I actually think it's about control. They care and discipline, being disciplined. So yeah, it's interesting. I think it's interesting what you guys are doing.
All right, well, we're getting down to it. It's about time to wrap it up. Gonzalo, do you or Rick, do you guys have any closing remarks, any critiques, any gratitudes that you want to share for the world?
I'll let you go first.
Oh, okay. All right. Last time I was on here, I was getting ready to have. They had diagnosed me with throat cancer. And I'm happy to report after 3 operations that it just came back last Wednesday that they think they got all the cancer.
That is awesome.
And I didn't lose my voice box. And
nice.
Yeah, and so if I'm grateful for anything, it's my family and friends who, were behind me with all this. And so, I'm pretty grateful about that. So, just like I said, last time I was on here, I was getting ready for the operations, you remember.
Yeah.
And I didn't know what to expect, and yeah, this is where I'm at now. So.
Yeah, I love
Marianne
how
said, "That is amazing. God bless you, Red Heart. I am so happy to hear this."
Thank you.
Yeah, like it seems like as modern science like progresses, like cancer it's beatable now, like
it's not just a death warrant.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
It once used to be. Yeah.
Gonzalo, do you got any closing gratitudes, any criticisms, fucking feedback, whatever?
I would say, and you kind of touched on it, is health. I'm grateful for my health. Got all my limbs. Don't have to worry about, at least for the time being, any health problems. So that's, it's everything in the world everybody wishes for is just health. So you don't notice it till you don't have it.
Yeah.
So try to notice it when you do.
Yeah.
Grateful you offered to have me on your podcast. Super thankful about that. I think that's awesome.
Yeah, and I'm super grateful that you actually were a man of your word. I'm not saying that the other 2 guys who I invited are not of their word. I understand life comes up, you got to deal with it. But like thank you for actually being here. I really appreciate it, because if you weren't, then it would just be me and Rick in my bedroom talking to each other.
Yeah, I get pretty boring.
All right, so I'm gonna leave my guests with some homework assignments, and you can feel free to tell me to go fuck myself. But I'm gonna ask you guys to promote the ever-living fuck out of this episode. Spread it to your friends, your family, anyone who you think would enjoy it. Post it to your social medias, whatever you want to do. Anything that you can do to help this channel grow and explode, that would be much appreciated.
Absolutely.
Number 2, if you
tell them all to subscribe. Make sure they all subscribe.
Yeah, like fucking looking for subscribers, looking for viewers, anyone that can be like anyone who will enjoy this.
Make sure Ryan is subscribed.
Oh yeah,
I know he's watching.
Ryan's my best friend. He's the one who got me this Tracy McGrady jersey for, I think he got it for me for Christmas.
It's a McGrady jersey.
Oh yeah. Fucking yeah, his son is my godson, and his daughter's gonna be fucking baptized any day now. I don't know how long it's gonna take, but eventually she's gonna get baptized, and hopefully I'm still the godfather for his daughter. Rye, thank you for joining us. And number 2 homework assignment is, if you have anyone in mind who would be good for this podcast, like connect me with them. That goes for both of you. I know.
Yeah,
I know we've talked
constantly,
about it.
I'm trying to get people.
I know. Like
Well, I know somebody who might.
yeah.
Nice.
Okay.
I know somebody. I'll DM you about him.
All right.
Thank you.
Especially a woman. I did the math, and I think it's been 20. It's been like 23 episodes since I had a woman on my podcast. This is bad. And that woman was my mom. So
Thanks, Mom.
and happy birthday, Mom. Thank you for being on my podcast. I had to fly all the way out to fucking San Diego, California just to have her on.
There you go.
So hopefully I can have another woman grace this podcast with her presence. And finally, before we close, I like to do this conclusive segment called 3 Truths. So, if you guys were both to live a long and a fruitful life, and I hope that you do, and I hope that you live to whatever age that you want to live to, and when you pass away, you're surrounded by your loving family, but when you go, all of your life's work goes with you. So like every single social media post that you've ever done, every term paper that your name's written on, every blog and every internet forum, everything goes with you, and your evidence of ever having existed on Earth disappears. But you're allowed to leave behind 3 truths that you have come to know in your life. What are your 3 truths?
Oh man, I don't know how to answer that.
You made this as the last question?
Yeah, what I need to start doing is I need to start in advance giving this question to people and be like, think about this.
3
like,
truths. Man.
All right, should I go first?
Yeah, maybe you want to tell us how this works. Yeah.
All right, so number 1 is I guess number 1 I'll say is like have faith in your divine purpose. Like you're not like God doesn't make accidents. God doesn't make mistakes. So if you're on this earth, you're here for a reason. Like if it's all gonna be okay in the end, and if it's not all okay, it's not the end. So that'll be my first truth. My second truth will be, family must always come first. If you're putting other things ahead of your family, then you're doing it wrong. You need to be, prioritizing your family because they're the most important thing in your life. And 3 is, just fucking stop taking shit so seriously. If you're getting offended by people's jokes, if you don't have an ability to just laugh at shit, like you're not gonna enjoy yourself here. So fucking, stop being so serious and enjoy your time here and laugh. Those are my 3 truths.
Okay. Well, I guess I'll go now. Let me think. I don't know. If you're going through hell, keep going. All right.
Okay.
There's no point in analyzing it and all that stuff and thinking you're some special cupcake that's only been treated this way. If you're in a position that you're thinking negatively about yourself, it serves absolutely no purpose besides rolling around in self-pity. Okay? What's going to happen is going to happen. You can't change yesterday and you can't change tomorrow. So just stay in the moment. And the third thing I would say is what Bob Marley said, is people don't care about you until they know how much you care about them. And I think that's pretty much my 3 truths.
All right. Here, do you want to put? I think I got these charged back in.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Right at the end.
And Gonzalo, have you thought about what your 3 truths might be?
Read the Bible. It's the only holy truth you need to know.
Facts.
and just multiply that times 3.
Okay, all right. Read the Bible, read the Bible, read the Bible.
It's infinite, so to say 1 is to say 3.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, that's all I can think of at least.
that's fine. That's good enough, man. Like fucking yeah.
I
There's
mean, yeah, I mean, in the context of like dying and leaving nothing behind, that's the only one I would leave.
yeah. I do think there's I think amongst other things, but I think there's a huge onslaught upon faith and upon faith and spirituality in like the modern world. Like a lot of people are fucking adamant about pushing this purposeless existence, and gender roles don't matter, and fucking family doesn't matter, and life doesn't matter, and fucking you can murder a baby all the way up until fucking conception and it's fine, and like all these things. And I think there's 1,000 years of cautionary wisdom in those pages that tells us exactly where we're headed if we live in like sin and debauchery. So so I don't necessarily have this like literal interpretation of every single word of the Bible, but I do think that there is like timeless wisdom in those pages,
Remember, just because something's legal doesn't mean it's right.
Yeah, and I
Like,
definitely think
like when we say it's like, oh, it's okay to kill, but no, it's legal. It doesn't mean it's okay.
Yeah. Yep, that's true. Yeah, like I just remember, ladies, before you let someone stick their unprotected, engorged, throbbing penis in your quivering twat, just remember that the consequence of some sexual intercourse is childbirth, and you should not engage in any of that promiscuous activity unless you are willing to deal with the consequence of fucking birthing a child. So like just think about it, and I don't even think I don't think hormonal birth control is any better. I think there's tons of fucking studies that show hormonal birth control is like fucking our young ladies up. So I think the only real thing that women should be doing is like practicing caution when having sex, and men too. Like it's not just on women to do that. But women do carry the burden of like a larger stake of parental investment. All right, so oh shit, I think we're gonna wrap it up. And you should wrap it up. If you're gonna have sex with a stranger, wrap it up. Closing remarks from the panel. We got there. Our next episode. Fuck. What is our next episode?
Well, you are doing Fridays and Sundays, or just Fridays?
I would like to only do once a week.
Okay.
But I do have an episode on. I do possibly have Jarrell coming on Friday, and then on Sunday I have Joey V. So I'm gonna have to touch base with Jarrell and make sure that he is interested in coming on Friday. He's in Vegas, and I think immersion's going on, so he's got a lot on his plate. But yeah, I am scheduled to have an episode on Friday, guys. Guys, if you want to just be notified when we go live, turn on the notification bell so you could be notified when we go live. And I'm going to go into this scene. Once again, we want to humbly thank our listeners and pay them ample gratitude for their patronage. Without you guys, we wouldn't be able to have such a high-quality interactive show. So thank you, audience. I'd like to take this time to remind all of our listeners that we're spreading like a virus. The Good Faith Podcast is now officially on YouTube Live with video, as well as archived on Apple Podcasts, Pandora, Spotify, RSS.com, Amazon Music, Samsung Podcasts, Listen Notes, iHeartRadio, and Patreon. On Patreon, we're working to build additional value for the multiple tiers of donors with special content, Super Chat priority, and VIP in-person meetings. We do value your attention, so thank you for quieting your TikTok brain for the last 2 hours. This is a reminder, if you feel you got any value from our show, it takes basically zero extra effort to like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell. It'll move us closer to our goal of having thousands of subscribers, which will bump us up in the algorithm and expose us to more potential listeners. If you guys want to share us with more of your friends, we would be absolutely delighted to extend our outreach. The quickest way for us to broaden our exposure is for you listeners to each share us with one friend. We appreciate it from the bottom of our hearts. If you live in the greater Philadelphia area, you want to guest star on our show, please reach out to us in an Instagram DM at Christopher Bulick. The Patreon link's in the description. All proceeds will go towards rent, food, electricity, new computer equipment to improve our general show quality, and Clark's medical expenses. Fucking... One more word of caution. The Surgeon General warns you, do not trust a Canadian. Canadians are no good. They're fucking from their socialist hellhole. Their fucking medical system is fucking deeply flawed. There's people in Canada fucking waiting in line to get life-saving operations, and they're just dying out in the streets. Fucking...
Gotta be dead.
Fuck Canada. Yeah, fuck Canada. To all of our faithful audience... We wish you a wonderful weekend. Well, now the weekend's basically over, so thank you for spending your weekend with us. Happy and healthy lifestyle to all of you. We bid you goodbye.
That's all, folks.
All right, gentlemen.
Thank you,
Thanks
Mike.
for having me.